Good morning, everyone. My name is Momina Ahmed. I am a student of teacher training batch 6 at Rehan Alawala School. Today, I am going to discuss the topic how to master time management in daily life. Time management is the ability to use time wisely and efficiently to complete tasks and achieve goals. In today's busy world, effective time management helps people to reduce stress, increase productivity, and maintain a healthy balance between work, study, and personal life. By planning activities, setting priorities, and avoiding distractions, individuals can make the most of their time and lead a more organized and successful life. So, there are 10 questions on how to master time management in daily life. Question 1: what is time management and why is it important in daily life?
Time management is essentially the art of taking control of your hours rather than letting the day control you. It's the process of organizing and planning how much time you spend on specific activities to work smarter, not harder. In daily life, it's a huge deal because it prevents that feeling of being constantly overwhelmed. When you have a handle on your time, you can hit your deadlines without the last minute panic, make room for the things that actually bring you joy, and ultimately lower your stress levels. So you aren't just surviving the day, but actually living it.
How can setting clear goals improve time management?
Setting clear goals is like having a map for your day. Without them, you're just reacting to whatever pops up, which is a recipe for feeling scattered. When you know exactly what you're aiming for, it's way easier to say no to things that don't actually move the needle. It gives you a sense of purpose and a way to measure your progress. So instead of just being busy, you're actually being productive. Plus, there's nothing quite like the hit of dopamine you when you check a big goal off your list.
Why is it important to prioritize tasks according to their importance?
Because not all tasks are created equal. If you treat every single item on your to-do list as a top priority, then nothing actually is. Prioritizing lets you tackle the high impact stuff first, the things that would cause a real problem if they didn't get done, while the smaller, less urgent tasks just wait their turn. It saves you from spending all your energy on busy work and then realizing at 5 p.m. that you forgot the one thing that actually mattered.
Okay, so question 4: how does creating a daily schedule help in managing time effectively?
A daily schedule turns your intentions into a concrete plan. It stops you from wasting time wondering what to do next, which is where a lot of the day just slips away. By assigning specific blocks of time to your tasks, you're creating a mental commitment to get them done, and it helps you visualize exactly how much you can actually achieve in a day. It basically removes the guesswork and keeps you moving in the right direction.
What are some common distractions that waste time and how can they be avoided?
The biggest time sink for most of us is definitely our phones, social media, endless scrolling, and those notifications that break your focus every few seconds. Other common ones are things like multitasking, which feels productive but actually just slows you down, or even just a cluttered workspace that keeps pulling your attention away. To avoid them, you can try things like putting your phone in another room, using do not disturb mode, or setting a timer for deep work sessions where you focus on one thing and one thing only.
Okay, that was a great idea. And now there's question number 6: how can pros- procrastination affect productivity and time management?
Procrastination is the ultimate productivity killer. It's that sneaky trap where you convince yourself that you'll be more in the mood or more focused tomorrow, but tomorrow never actually arrives. It turns a simple task into a looming cloud of guilt and anxiety that follows you around all day. which actually drains more energy than just doing the work. By the time you finally tackle the task, you're usually rushing, which means that quality drops and your stress levels spike. It basically turns a manageable day into a chaotic one.
What role does self discipline play in effective time management?
Self discipline is the engine that actually makes the plan work. If you have the perfect schedule and the clearest goals, but no discipline, they're just pieces of paper. Discipline is what keeps you focused when the initial excitement wears off and you're just not in the mood to work. It's the ability to choose what you want most over what you want right now, which is the only way to actually stick to your priorities and stop the distractions from taking over.
How can technology and digital tools help people manage their time better?
Technology can be a double edged sword, but when used right, it's a game changer. Digital calendars and task management apps are amazing for offloading the mental burden of remembering everything. Instead of trying to keep a dozen deadlines in your head, you can just set a notification and trust the system. There are also tools like website blockers or focus timers that help you carve out space for deep work by silencing the noise. Basically, it turns your devices from a distraction into a personal assistant that keeps you on track.
Okay, so why is it important to maintain a balance between work, study, and leisure activities?
Because you can't run a car on an empty tank. If you spend all your time working or studying, you're going to burn out. And once that happens, your productivity actually plummets. Leisure isn't just a reward for working hard, it's a necessity for your brain to recover and reset. When you make room for things you love, you return to your work with more energy and a sharper focus. It's the difference between grinding yourself down to nothing and building a sustainable rhythm that lets you actually enjoy your life while you achieve your goals.
Okay, so last question. What practical steps can students take to improve their time management skills?
For students, the best way to start is by breaking big, intimidating projects into tiny, manageable chunks. That way, it doesn't feel like a mountain you can't climb. Using a technique like the Pomodoro timer, focusing for 25 minutes and then taking a 5-minute break, can keep the brain from frying. It's also helpful to learn how to say no to social invitations when a deadline is looming. It's a tough habit to build, but it's a lifesaver. And finally, just be kind to yourself when things don't go perfectly, because a rigid schedule that doesn't allow for a little flexibility usually just ends up being ignored.
Thank you so much, Maya, and thank you all for your time and attention. I hope this discussion has helped you understand the importance of time management in daily life. By managing our time wisely, we can achieve our goals more effectively, reduce stress, and lead a more balanced and productive life. Thank you once again for listening. Have a great day.
You did it. That sounded really